Speaking of room clearing, I just did a video on that. I might post it as soon as I post that video. But as you can tell, that's my front door. I can't flip the camera over. Apple doesn't have that feature. I think sorry. But basically, each floorboard, as you can hear, has a squeaky part. My room's there. Basically, how I would room clear if someone broke in my house, I would listen for this. The floors are squeaky. And another thing, if you're in a home defense situation at all, this is coming from from somebody I know to me that I talked about. No, wait a minute. The person talked to me about the best way to defend your house is with your knife. He says the best weapon you could use to use your house for an intruder is a fixed blade knife or a Bowie knife. Now it could be different for different houses, but my house is small. If I would have had a shotgun or rifle, that could be taken out of my hand and used against me, especially a pistol. That's what he was kind of talking about. Depending on your house and how compact it is in the house, sometimes intruder could try to force your weapon off you. He says for most people in Mishawaka and South Bend, we have tiny houses. Well, small houses, not tiny houses. But we have small houses, old houses like this. That are usually not up to code, but the best self-defense is a knife. Now he has I won't name him, but he has defended his house 4 times, I believe, and has been let off with self-defense. Indiana is a stand your ground state. And out of those 4 times, he learned that using a gun to clear a small, compact house. I mean compact, it's like furniture and stuff like that, and things where the bad guy could be hiding from, where he could get the jump on you. Basically, a knife is knife. Sorry, I got distracted. A knife, fixed blade, Bowie knife, anything big, machete probably, something that's not gonna fail on you or fold on you, and something like that. That's why I thought that was pretty cool, because I actually do carry fixed blades in my house. I don't carry them in public unless I'm going to my work, because I do have one fixed blade I take to work. I use it there, but I don't take my fixed blades in public because some people freak out about it. But when I do carry a fixed blade, I'm usually in my house or in my garage or around my yard doing yard work with it. But some of my fixed blades, like my K-bar I'm carrying today for my EDC, that's a good knife to, for home defense. can't really think of too many knives, but I know that fixed blades and Bowie knives, anything that's got a fixed blade on it, I would say full tang, but I think you can get away with rat tang and not full tang. The only ones I wouldn't suggest, and this is because they're more of a novelty knife, is the survival knives where at the butt of the knife it unscrews, you got a compass, fishing gear, and stuff like that, and the handle is hollow. I would not suggest that knife. Those kind of knives, because they do have sometimes they have failures where they basically, what do you want to say, the bolt and the nut that's holding the blade onto the handle comes loose over time. I have two knives. The brand is called Takedown. I love using them, but I would not use them in a survival situation or defense situation. Now, if it was like, it would have to be like a very shitty situation for me to carry that knife. I mean, they do stay sharp for a long time. I had both of mine for at least 10 years right now, I believe. Either 10 years or 11 years right now. And I got a full-size one, and I got a mini version of it. But yeah. I mean, the survival knives are pretty cool, but they're just not really worth it for survival situations, as the name survival knife is put into it. I would just use it as a utility knife or something like that. Something around the house. Mail opener or package opener. I mean, let me even show you. Because I actually have my favorite version of it. See, here's the big version of it. See, big version. Hear that rattle noise? That's because the handle is hollow. That doesn't have a sheath, but that's the name right there. Takedown. Excuse me. Trying to see what the mini version is. I know it's in here. The mini version, I could see me carrying. But as you can tell, this thing is loose again, so I have to tighten it. This mini version of the Takedown knife is awesome. But when choosing a home defense knife, you want to choose something that feels great in your hand. Like, do you like rubber? Do you like paracord? G10? Do you like wood? It's like, all depends. Personally, if someone was to break in my house, I would probably use like some sort of dagger. That's what I think I would use, because yeah, because there's one dagger I've been wanting to try out in hand-to-hand combat. That's the M48 Cyclone. My friend was jealous when I got this because he's like, those are illegal to own. And no, they're not. They're just, they're only illegal for some reason warfare. But I could be wrong on that too, because there's a lot of things in warfare are used that I thought was illegal, but no. You want something that goes in clean and comes out clean. Right, now you want something that goes in, goes in clean, comes out clean. Without leaving a trace, basically. So, something like this, how it has a twist dagger on it, there would be a hard time for a surgeon to stitch him out because it's a curved blade. But then again, you got something like Karambit, which is, if you know how to use these in hand-to-hand combat, you have my respect, because I have tried to train myself to use these. This is my Smoky Mountains Knife Works knife. I bought Knife Works. It was on clearance because this side right here with the belt clip is stripped. So I got it for like $5. But yeah, Karambits are awesome in hand-to-hand combat. I even have a bigger one here. I used to EDC Karambits. I used to know how to do tricks with them and everything. I kind of don't know how to do tricks with them anymore. About the only trick I can do is spin it in my hand, but with the sheath on. Trying to look in here. Anything that looks fancy like this, this kind of blades, I wouldn't recommend it, because as you see there, the handle is hollow and it breaks with the littlest pressure. Now, a good home defense knife, another one is a box cutter. These are simple to get, legal, and basically, like, listen to it. Can you hear it opening and closing? No, not unless you let go. But when you open it, no one's gonna hear it open, and you can really sneak up on them. Now, I'm not saying to go around and find trouble. I'm just saying home defense should be practiced. The only time home defense is allowed to press, the only time you're allowed to use home defense in a legal version, if they're in your house. You can't go out in the yard. You can't go out in the backyard. Nowhere outside. Because if you do it outside, defend your home outside, in some cases it's kind of a felony, and you can probably get charged for attempted murder. Now, in your house, like as soon as they step foot in your house and you know they're in your house, there's some judges will see that as home defense, as defending your castle, they would call it. So whenever you're defending your castle, think of it like a drawbridge. If you lower the bridge and go out and look for that trouble, you can get in trouble. But if you leave the drawbridge closed and the bad guy somehow gets into your castle, then it's fair game to do whatever you have to do to protect yourself. To protect yourself, fair game. I know there's certain states that do not have stand your ground laws, but those certain states, sorry, I had an oatmeal cookie. I hate oatmeal cookies. Certain states that do not have stand your ground laws, if you go to court because of it, be respectful, be nice to the judge, tell them your side of the story, and the more respectful you are, the more chance you're going to be let go free. That's what I always been taught. More respect gets you better places. Or in some cases, what my stepdad would say, you get a lot more bees with honey than vinegar. That translates to the nicer you are, the more respect you get. So, yeah.